The Detroit Lions have won 11 games this year, and they have 2 more games left. It's possible we could go 13-4, and that officially would give us the best record that we've ever seen for the Detroit Lions. I think the second best record was 12-4 back in the Barry Sanders days, which is ironic because that is the year that we went to the NFC Championship game. So will history repeat itself? And that's pretty much the whole purpose of this video. Now, I made a video yesterday about the NFL narrative, and although this is not exactly the same, I like little kind of stats like this and history things like this because it makes you wonder about what's going to happen in the future. And I saw this from CBS Sports, and this was the day of the game. I don't know if it was before or after the game. It says the Browns and Lions have each have 10 wins in a season for the first time in 70 years. Now, if you do the math and you go back 70 years puts us at 1953. So we end the year with another 3, with the 3 in the ending of the year, 53 and 23. So that's one parallel there. Also, these are 2 teams that have never appeared in a Super Bowl. The Detroit Lions are the OG team and the only NFC team to never appear in the Super Bowl. Even the Carolina Panthers have gone twice in their 25, 30-year existence. The Detroit Lions have never been. You know the other team that's never been? The Cleveland Browns. Now, the crazy thing about the Cleveland Browns is they're kind of like the Detroit Lions of the AFC. They've always been that way. And this year, they're kind of the same way. As a matter of fact, they're saying that Kevin Stefanski is probably the front runner for coach of the year due to the fact that he's had 4 different starting quarterbacks this year, and he has this team with over 10 wins, right? So the Cleveland Browns, their defense had led the league in defense for a nice chunk of the season. And wouldn't it be something if they're like the AFC sleeper team that sleeps their way all the way to the Super Bowl, right? With Joe Flacco leading the charge over there. Now, the last time these 2 teams won 10 or more games was in 1953, 70 years ago. What else happened? They wind up in the championship game. This is several years before the Super Bowl was even here. And the Detroit Lions wind up winning 17-16. Our coach was Buddy Parker, and the Cleveland Brown coach was Paul Brown, and that's actually the name of their stadium, Paul Brown Stadium. So exactly 70 years ago was the last time both the Cleveland Browns and the Detroit Lions had 10 or more wins. You saw Cleveland had 11. That's when we used to have a 12-game season. That was a long time ago. Not only did they both have over 10 years, this is in the same season. So it had to be 10 wins in the same season. We've hit 10-plus wins before, but the Browns haven't done it. So when I saw this, I was scrolling on Twitter and I saw this and I'm like, man, wouldn't that be something? Because we talk about a Lions-Browns Super Bowl. And I want to ask you guys in the comment section, do you think that a Browns-Lions Super Bowl would be the most watched Super Bowl ever or the least watched Super Bowl ever? That would be crazy, man. A Browns-Lions Super Bowl. That would be something. 2 teams that knock both monkeys off their back. The Browns would have been, and then that would just leave the Jacksonville Jaguars and the the Houston Texans to never appear in a Super Bowl. So I saw that, figured I had to make a video about it. Will history repeat itself? I mean, the NFL is a strange place where strange things happen. You have the AFC, the Baltimore Ravens crushing everybody. But when you get in that 1-game elimination, it's about what team you catch and do you win that game? So all you need to do is get in there. And we've seen the New York Giants do it to the Goliath Patriots in 2007 when they wind up winning every single game except the Super Bowl, right? So the Giants that year were the 6th seed, which means they barely made it in the playoffs. They wind up winning every game on the road and winning the Super Bowl against the juggernaut that was, 17-0? I want to say at the time. No, they were 18 or 19-0, the New England Patriots, and literally lost the Super Bowl. They were killing people that year. I think they had the #1 offense. Randy Moss was going off. So all you need to do is get there. Now, personally, me, I don't know if I said yesterday, our defense is not a Super Bowl defense, right? And I think if if you're going to have a side of the ball that helps you win a Super Bowl, you're going to have a suitable defense and a overpowered offense. I think that's how you can win a Super Bowl nowadays. You have to have an offense that can score at will, and you have to have a defense that can make a stop or two. And that would be something to see. Joe Flacco and the Cleveland Browns against Jared Goff and the Detroit Lions in Super Bowl 58. Wouldn't that be something to see? But anyway, I just thought this was a little fun fact today about the last time that both of these teams were over 10 wins. And again, we have seen it plenty of times. We have been in double-digit wins a ton. But the last time that both of those teams were over 10 wins, they met in the Super Bowl. So, stranger things have happened. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. You guys are awesome. Take care of yourself and each other. And as always, go Lions.